Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please sit down.
Thank you.
What's your good name?
Sir, my name is Iram Chaudhary.
Iram, introduce yourself.
Sir, my name is Iram Chaudhary. I belong to Rajouri district in Jammu and Kashmir. I did my schooling from Rajouri itself, and post then I did my MBBS from Government Medical College Jammu, and since then I have been preparing for civil services.
Tell me about your hobbies and interest area.
So I like doing exercise. I like to go to gym in my free time and do workout as soon as I get time. This is the only hobby right now that I'm pursuing.
Okay. Of lately, we have seen a lot of heart attack cases in the gym, inside the gym.
Yes, sir.
Can you share as a doctor what all are the reasons behind it?
Yes, sir. There have been many cases of heart attacks, especially during workout. Sir, I think the reason behind this is not the exercise itself. It is the excessive exercise that most youngsters that are doing today. Plus, if you start a new exercise, you should get yourself checked up before, especially for any heart condition. So I think that is another exercise. Plus, there are also rising cases of taking some supplements, like for example steroids, for example excessive protein. So that could also be a cause of rising incident, especially in younger generation.
So, any government regulation related to which all proteins they should take or not take? Is there any listing which should be printed near the gym entry or something? Are there any regulations like that? No.
No, sir. I'm not sure about any
About
regulations.
any such regulation.
Yes,
But
sir.
do you think that such regulations can be implemented or such regulations should be there?
Yes, sir. I think regulation can be done regarding the substances regarding the supplements that usually youngsters take. Most of them, they have some kind of contamination. If we see, the market is not regulated as such. So yes, there can be regulation in cases of supplements. Plus, there can be other devices in the gym itself. For example, trainers should be gym trainers. They should be trained in CPR, if we can say. For example, if any such case happens there, they can help. So I think these can be some steps.
These are some of the steps
Yes,
which
sir.
can be taken. Your father is working in?
So he was working in a power department.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Jammu Kashmir as a whole state or union territory is a power surplus UT or power deficit?
So UT of Jammu Kashmir has a power deficit of 12%, according to a report. Yes, sir.
But there are a lot of other hydro and all huge opportunities there. Why they are not exploring it or utilizing it?
Yes, sir. Jammu Kashmir has a huge potential in hydropower projects, but sir, most of these power projects, they are owned by the center government, and state purchases the power from the center government. And these projects, they require huge infrastructure, huge finance. I think that is an issue that the UT is lacking.
But why they are set up by central government and why not by state? Why they are owned by central?
Sir, I think because of the fragile security situation in the state, most of the power projects, they are owned by the central government. Especially the Indus water, if we have seen, it has a huge potential, but India is not able to utilize it as much.
Is there any hydropower plant set up by UT or Jammu and Kashmir state?
Yes, sir. There are some that are owned by the UT. I'm not able to recall the
What
name.
is that legislation which decides that this project will be owned by a center, this project will be owned by UT?
Sorry, sir. I'm not able to recall.
Okay, so do you think it is a good step of creation of Jammu and Kashmir as a UT, because now it is owned by the central government and center directly is deciding the operations of the union territory? So at least that expenditure has decreased.
So the step to convert the state into a UT, I think for now it is a good step, because we have seen after its conversion into a UT and abrogation of Article 370, the situation on the ground, it has really improved, and so much investment has gone into the state. But center has promised that as soon as the situation improves, it would be again converted to a state. So I think there's nothing bad in converting it into a UT. Yes, sir.
Tell me, Chaudhary is a surname.
Yes, sir.
is from where it derives its origin.
Sorry, sir, I haven't read about it.
Okay, so it is a religion specific surname or not?
No, sir, it is not a religion
How come
specific.
a unique surname having its utility in various religions?
Sir, I think it is related to the tribe. I think the Gujars and Bakarwals, they own this surname, and if even in the Hindu religion, if we see the Chaudhary surname is many Gujars are there that have this
Gujars are
surname.
not Chaudharys.
Okay, sir, I'll read more about it.
Chaudhary surname in Hindu religion is owned by Jats.
Okay, sir.
So they're not Gujars.
Okay.
Okay, polio vaccination. How India has worked such a successful eradication of polio? What do you think?
Sir, I think the most important the step that government has taken in this regard that make our country free from polio is the community participation, sir. There were many myths regarding this vaccination, but the government involved people at a large scale that helped in improving the vaccination status of the country. So I think community participation is the most important step. Was the most important step.
Community participation.
The huge supply of the vaccination, the cold chain, the logistics by the state government, and including this vaccination, the universal immunization program itself. I think these are some of the steps that helped.
Okay. Any other success story in case of eradication of any disease after polio?
So regarding eradication, I'm not able to recall, but success story of a vaccination, sir, we can see in case of
then COVID.
No, sir, I'm not able to recall.
Then tell me any targets given in this year budget for eradication of one particular disease?
Okay, sir, it is sickle cell anemia that the government has decided to eradicate. I'm not able to.
Why the government wants? What are the negatives of this disease, sickle cell anemia?
So the negative, I think, is because this disease, it is more common in the tribal population. If we can see the poorest people, the incidence is more. So the government has decided to eradicate it.
But how come the government will have a say in case of tribal affairs? Because what is the policy of India right now while dealing with the tribals?
So by involving the tribals as the partner, by giving them the autonomy to preserve their own culture, I think this is the policy.
So in case they are not interested for vaccination, what government will do?
Sir, in case of vaccination, by communicating with them the awareness, by involving the leaders from their own community to creating awareness, I think.
Still, if they are not agreeing to it?
Sir, I think awareness generation and involving them in this process, it is the only way we can.
Suppose you become a DC,
yes,
and there's a lot of tribal population. They're not agreeing for that vaccination, but it is a communicable disease. So, what do you think should be the solution, or what you will do?
So,
in the case of COVID, for example.
Yes, sir. So even if we see in case of COVID, by involving them, by creating awareness, by involving people from their own community, that helped in vaccinating them. Plus, if they have any concerns, I think government should first listen to what their concerns are, and if there is any genuine concern, we can look into it. But otherwise, we have to make sure that vaccination is necessary, and the decision should be communicated to them in every possible way.
Suppose they are not agreeing.
Vaccination is important, and I do not think so we can force such decisions upon them. It is they have also their right.
It's a larger national security issue because it's a communicable disease.
So still, I think by involving them, it is the only possible way.
Okay, even if it is having some national implications.
No, sir. National security also comes first. But as we are a democracy, I think they should be involved.
So that is not absolute.
Yes.
Fundamental rights are not absolute.
Yes,
for national security, you can curtail any of the fundamental rights, right?
Yes.
So don't you think in this case we should curtail the fundamental rights for the larger benefits? Anyways, tell me what is happening in the power sector in general in India. How is the performance of discoms? What is the share of production? Which production method is contributing maximum in generation?
So discoms, discoms, they have been suffering a lot because of the debt issue. As we have seen, they are, but government has taken many steps, such as the. So I have to read about it. Yes.